So power chord is basically an abbreviated chord. I call them abbreviated chords because in this example that I'm going to show you today, we're only going to be playing 2 strings versus multiple strings with open chords, and it has a very different sound. So here is an open G chord. Okay, you can hear I'm playing 6 strings. It's got a lot of sound that's coming out of the guitar. Okay, versus a G power chord. It's very abrupt. We're only hitting 2 strings, so there's not a lot of sound like we have in an open G chord versus a power chord. So let me show you how to play them. So now some of you, this might be a bit of a stretch. So I'm going to start us a little further up the neck. We're going to start at the 7th fret. So this is going to be a B power chord. Now, the important thing to know on power chords, we're going to be using 2 fingers. We're going to be using our first finger, the index, and we're going to be using our ring finger, the 3rd finger, okay? And the first finger is our lead finger because this is the note, this finger, whatever fret we're playing in string, that's going to be the note that names the chord. So for example, to play a B power chord, we're going to come up to the 7th fret on this top string. That's our B note, okay? We call that the root note. It gives the name to the chord. So that's where we're starting our first finger. Now the 3rd finger plays what we call our 5th note, just so you guys know. Usually in rock music, if you see like a B5 on the chord chart, it's telling you to play a power chord, and that's why it's saying play the root and the 5th. That's just a little music theory for you guys who are interested. So it's the root and the 5th. Now to find the 2nd note, you're going to take the 3rd finger, you're going to move up 1, 2 frets. All right, so you're going to be on the 9th fret and down 1 string. All right, so your 9th fret on the A string. First finger is the top string, 7th fret, which is the B note. And then your 3rd finger is going to be on the A string, 9th fret. Okay, and you're going to play both of those strings at the same time. Okay, and that is a power chord. Now, something that's very important for you guys to know is that I'm kind of laying my 3rd finger flat against the other strings because we don't want to play those other strings. We want to mute them. And if you're playing on an electric guitar, this is very important because you're playing through an amplifier, and the amplifier will amplify those other strings and it'll sound really messy and muddy. So you want to make sure you're just gently resting that finger on the other strings to mute. Okay, and it's mostly important because you're not strumming the whole set of strings. So the ones to really focus on muting are the 3rd string and the 4th string, those middle 2 strings. Okay, because our strumming here is very short, and with power chords, you're usually playing down strums. You don't usually do up strums on power chords. You can. Usually when we do, I just dropped my pick. So as I was saying before, my pick flew out of my hand. Usually we do up strums when we do something that I call a chicka chicka. That's when you'll do up strums, but usually on power chords, and there's exceptions to this, a lot of times you're going to be doing down strums on these power chords. So you're not doing really big strums as if you were playing your open chords like you would on an acoustic. So let me show you a few other chords here, and then I'm going to show you at the end of the video where you can go to learn how to use these and play something that's super fun. So what we're going to do, let's find the A power chord. So that's going to be the 5th string, or sorry, 5th fret on the top string, then up 2 frets. So that would be the 7th fret down to the A string. So it's 5th fret on the top string, 7th fret on the A string, okay? And the G power chord is the 3rd fret on the top string, 5th fret on the A string. Now you can do this on the 5th string as well. So we have a C power chord just below the G power chord. So that'd be the 3rd fret on the 5th string, and then the 5th fret on the D string right below. So this shape can go all along the top string and the 5th string. So you can play all these cool chords all the way up and down the fret of the guitar without having to worry about different shapes and different figures for all of the different chords. As long as you know what note the first finger is touching. There are no majors and minors with power chords. That's what's great. So you really can use them to simply play over a lot of songs. And if you're interested in learning how to use power chords to play over any of your favorite blues guitar songs, why don't you go check out that video over there.